Okay, YouTube, what's up? It's Brandon with the story of God, and I'm back from the dead. I'm trying to keep my voice down a little bit because this past week has been a hell week in terms of technology. My laptop died, which cost me a couple of posts on Patreon. I caught back up though, so that's doing pretty good. And I had my desktop PC shipped to me. Thank you, Eden, for helping me out there. Got that. My MP3 player that I use for jumping rope died. I had a hell of a time getting a monitor. It was one thing after the other. Point is, I'm trying to keep my voice down here because my laptop still won't start. Even though I did fix it. I put a new SSD in there, but it still won't start. So I'm recording this on my desktop and I'm using this headset and the microphone is just a little bit hot. I apologize for that. But I wanted to do a video because I haven't done one for about a week, and I wanted to say hi and update y'all on what's been going on. And a lot has transpired in the Bible world these past few days. Let me bring it up here. Yes, we had the sacrifice of Isaac, or the attempted sacrifice of Isaac. We had the banishment of Hagar and Ishmael, and then today we went ahead and did the whole Abraham's servant going and procuring a wife for Isaac, who by now was 40 years old, mind you. These guys lived a lot longer than we do, so I'm just going to go through. We're going to talk a little bit about it. I'm going to try to keep it a little bit short. I hope the audio is not too bad. You can hear this behemoth of a PC that I have. I have to talk to my representative and take care of this laptop issue, because that has a better microphone than this. I don't know why it's so hot. Windows audio, man. Windows audio sucks. It's no miracle why so many people in the audio production world use Macs. Beside the point, this isn't that kind of channel. We're talking about the Bible. So, yeah, it's so much has transpired. Let's go up. Let's go from where we were. May 12th. All right. Yeah, so 3 dudes show up at Abraham's tent and they foretell the birth of Isaac. And at this time, Sarah is 100 years old, and she really does LOL and says, no fucking way. No freaking way. I'm not going to have a child. I'm 100. And God's like, what are you laughing at? You're going to have a child. I'm God, right? Then the 3 dudes that show up, in the New American Bible, they stay away from naming the angels or really anything like that. The 3 dudes that show up are the archangels, Raphael, Michael, and Gabriel. They show up. I believe it's Michael's task on earth at this time is simply to inform Abraham, although he's been informed several times, but inform Abraham that within the next year he's going to have Isaac. God pieces off for Sodom, and we know what happens there. The dudes turn up. Lot invites them over. Everyone in town wants to fuck the angels. The angels blast them with light. And then they say, get the hell out of here. Lot, his wife, run away, pillar of salt. And then God destroys the place. He rains sulfurous fire down upon Sodom and Gomorrah. Although we don't get too much detail about what happened in Gomorrah, off-camera Bible action. And I think somebody should write that story. Maybe Gomorrah was gluttony. Maybe they ate and ate and ate. Maybe it wasn't sex. Maybe their sin was another. Maybe it was coveting each other's spouses, and they just coveted and coveted so much They never got to the sex part. They just coveted the hell out of these spouses. And it's like, hey, how's it going? John? Whoa, it's going pretty good, Carol is going down to the, Carol's going down to the store to pick up some, oh boy, Carol. Ooh, I bet she's going down to the store. Oh, let me tell you, buddy, she's picking up some eggs down at Gomorrah Mart. I don't know. Flight of fancy. Okay, yeah, so I'm going to move a little bit quicker. This is going to be a little bit longer video, but I'm making it longer by talking about it, ain't I? So, yeah, Sodom and Gomorrah, Lot pieces. They go to Zoar. He's scared, he's afraid, so he goes into a cave, and then his daughters ply him with wine, and then they both, they fuck him. And they conceive children. Those children go on to be the Moabites and the Ammonites. Fantastic product of it's just really uncomfortable, isn't it? All the things they left out, but they put that in, They decided to add that detail. The Dead Sea Scrolls and the what is it? The Children of the Sons of Light, all of these extra canonical writings. But over the course of thousands of years, these two girls decided that because they were in a cave, I mean, we're not talking deep apocalypse here. It ain't like the world got flooded, It's just, it just doesn't make any sense. It's icky, and it's in there, so we got to cover it on this Story of God channel. Moving right along, we get to the birth of Isaac. Sarah, of course, still bitter about Hagar, kicks Hagar and Ishmael out. Now, there's different ways. In the New American, Ishmael is playing with Isaac. In other translations, Ishmael is mocking Isaac, not being nice. One's he's nice, the other he's not being nice. This one, he's being nice. Hagar, or Sarah, gets pissed, head out to the desert. It's his son, Abraham loves Ishmael. Ishmael's a badass. I mean, he becomes a master of the bow, that's cool. Anyway, goes on to father several nations, and, like I commented, you can visit the graves of Ishmael and Hagar in Mecca today. I don't see why we wouldn't do that. I would like to do it. I'd like to see where Ishmael was buried. He got a raw deal, man. His brother's got all this, glory and stuff, and I don't know. And then here we come with the sacrifice. All right, very strange. Very strange. I need you to kill your son. He builds up this whole thing, and then he says, I'm going to need you to sacrifice him to me. Which God just, today, he's not really into sacrifices anymore. He doesn't want them. But back then, oh yeah, he needed sacrifices. So, and then it's like, psych. And straight up, psych, just wanted to see if you'd do it. Kind of a foreshadowing of what goes on with Job down the road. Another weird God thing. So, yeah, Abraham sacrifices Isaac, and then we get to today. So we're caught up now. Sorry to sprint through everything. I left some stuff out. I could have been more in detail, but technological limitations, And I still got to deal with this laptop because I changed out the SSD and now the thing won't start up. Not great. Sarah dies, so we're done with Sarah. Strange woman, Sarah. A strange woman. They were half brother and sister, Abram and Sarai, when they got married. She they were not faithful to one another in in terms of monogamy and stuff, which again, I mentioned it before, but it's said that that Lamech, Moses' dad, was in trouble for having two wives, but both Sarah and Abram, they had an open relationship. That's the only way to put it. This nonsense with the servant, they used to put the hand under the thigh to make an oath, and basically Abram wanted to make sure that Isaac was going to marry a homegirl, not marry someone from a more exotic, different tribe. I mean, it was Ishmael went to Egypt and married an Egyptian. He was half Egyptian himself, but Abraham wanted this religion to take root and go forward. So we find ourselves meeting Rebecca, kind Rebecca, who watered the camel. It's not too tough to talk her into it. Rebecca ends up going, and I don't know, guys. Maybe she'll marry Isaac in the next chapter. You're gonna have to tune in and find out, though. So, yeah, that's where we're at. I apologize for the interruption of service. I apologize for not having any YouTube videos. I had a technological vortex and just very frustrating set of events. But we're back, and I just got to deal with this laptop thing now, because I was like, well, I'll use the laptop because the microphone's more mellow, but then it wouldn't work, so now I got to wear the headset. I can't stand wearing these things, and the microphone's too hot by my estimation, because I still don't have my nice microphone. But I will rectify that. And I'll see you guys next time. All the social media stuff is down below. I really appreciate likes. I really appreciate whatever's, anything you can do to help grow the audience. I appreciate it super much, because these days algorithms are not our friends, us small creators. We really need word of mouth to spread this stuff. So anyway, you're already here. You're already doing more than enough. Thank you so much. I got a lot of work to do. I got catching up I got to do. So I'm gonna peace, and y'all have a good day, and enjoy the further adventures of God as we return tomorrow with another banger.